Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're discussing match day 2 with 5 matches. Starting up, we have the Netherlands versus Sweden, Japan versus Tunisia, Germany versus Ivory Coast, Ecuador versus Curaçao, and finally Spain versus Saudi Arabia. Now this is going to be interesting matches, and I will be explaining their strengths, tactical battles, their weaknesses, and finally their predictions at the end. But first, for disclosure, if I said any of these names wrong or words, please forgive me. I'm not really good at it, but I will be putting them at the description down below so you can know which of the players I'm talking about. So let's get started at it. Alright, for match number 1, we have the Netherlands versus Sweden. Now, this is easily one of the most underrated matches of match day 2. The Netherlands currently hold a score of 91 out of 100 team rating and remains one of the most complete squads in this tournament. They have elite goalkeeping and an elite defense led by Van Dijk. A dominant midfield built around Frenkie de Jong, Ryan Gravenberch, and Tijjani Reijnders, and an attack capable of hurting teams in transitions. However, their opening match exposed the weakness. When opponents survive the initial Dutch pressure and forces adjustments, the Netherlands can become vulnerable. Sweden will try to exploit exactly that. The Swedes may only have a rating of 79 out of 100, but they possess one of the most dangerous strike partnerships in the entire tournament. Alexander Isak, Viktor Gyökeres. Together, they create a nightmare combination of pace, physicality, movement, and finishing. If Sweden can remain organized defensively and create transitions through Virgil and Ayari, they absolutely have upset potential. The problem, the Netherlands are simply stronger across almost every area of the pitch. So my predictions, I'd still have to lean to the Netherlands. 2-1 against Sweden, Netherlands wins. Now the goals might come from Gakpo or Reijnders. And for Sweden, I'd say Isak. So let's get in right to match number 2. For match number 2, we have Japan versus Tunisia. Japan enters this game with massive momentum. Their rating of 82 reflects a team that may not have superstar depth but possess incredible organization and tactical discipline. The Japanese defense remain one of the strongest units outside the tournament's favorites. Their midfield continues to function efficiently despite major personnel changes, and players like Ayase Ueda, Koki Ogawa, and Ritsu Doan are creating constant attacking danger. Tunisia, meanwhile, are in serious trouble. Their overall rating sits at just 48 out of 100. Defensively, they struggled, creatively, they struggled, and physically, they struggled as well. Against a team as structured as Japan, that becomes a huge problem. Japan will likely dominate possession, create overloads in wide areas, and slowly wear Tunisia down. But in my prediction, I will definitely go for Japan. Japan wins 2-0 against Tunisia. The goals might come from Ayase Ueda or Ritsu Doan. And now let's head on to match number 3. Now match number 3 might be the match that everybody should be watching. Germany versus Ivory Coast. Now Germany have looked terrifying. After their opening performance, their rating jumped to 90 out of 100. You remember that 7-1? Yeah, that was crazy. The midfield duo of Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz completely controlled the game. Kai Havertz delivered Deniz Undav delivered, and Julian Nagelsmann's pressing system looked almost perfectly automated. Germany currently possesses the best attack in the tournament, but Ivory Coast are not intimidated. The Elephants carry an 87 out of 100 rating and remains one of the most athletic teams in the entire World Cup. Frank Kessie provides physical dominance. Seko Fofana controls transitions. Their young attacking talent can punish mistakes immediately. The concern for Ivory Coast is defensive concentration. Germany will press relentlessly, and any lapse in focus could be punished instantly. This feels like a match where both teams can score, but Germany's superior structure gives them the edge. So, in my prediction, I'd say Germany wins 3-2 against Ivory Coast. Now, the goals might come from Musiala or Harvitz or Wirtz. It depends. For Ivory Coast, I'd say it may come from Amad Diallo and Yan Diomande. And let's head up to match number 4. Now, match number 4 is Ecuador versus Curaçao. On paper, this looks straightforward. Ecuador enters with a rating of 78. Curaçao, however, sits at just 48. Ecuador possesses one of the strongest defensive units in the tournament. Piero Hinchape, William Pacho, Joel Ordenes, that backline is elite. The midfield revolves around Moises Caicedo, who remains one of the best ball-winning midfielders in the world of football. The issue for Ecuador is finishing. They create opportunities, but converting those chances remains inconsistent. Fortunately for them, Curaçao have struggled badly. Their defenses lack cohesion. Goalkeepers' positions remain vulnerable, and the team continues searching for identity after a difficult opening match. Unless Ecuador completely wastes chances again, they should control this game. So my prediction, I definitely go with Ecuador. I'd say Ecuador wins 2-0 against Curaçao. The goals may come from Gonzalo Plata or John Yeboah. Either those two. And let's head on to the final match. Now, for the final match, we have Spain versus Saudi Arabia. This is the wild card match. Spain remains favorites, but their opening match performance raised serious questions. If you watch it, you see their attacking squad that was really questionable. I am so confused watching that game. Their rating dropped from an 88 to an 83. The possession numbers look impressive, but the attack lacked wide, like literally. The midfield moved the ball too slowly, and without players like Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams starting, Spain struggled to create dangerous chances. But last time, even when Lamine Yamal came to the field, nothing really changed. It was like messed up. I don't know what happened there. And now they face Saudi Arabia, a team that shocked everybody. Their rating jumped from a 68 to 74 after earning a draw against Uruguay. Their low block was exceptional. Their goalkeeper Mohamed Al-Ouais was outstanding. And their set-piece threat proved dangerous throughout the match. Saudi Arabia knows exactly how they want to play. Defend deep, stay compact, counter quickly, force mistakes. The question is whether Spain can solve that defensive wall. I think they eventually will, but it won't be easy, looking at how they played in their opening match. But if they really did have the momentum back and they really won it this time, I'd say Spain wins 2-1 against Saudi Arabia. But I'm quite hesitant on this prediction, because when I looked at the match that Spain was playing at and how they played, that really made me question everything about Spain's team. Now, the goals might come from Pedri or Lamine Yamal if they really got back on form. For Saudi Arabia, I'd say it's from Salim Al Dawsari. That is the most likely one to score a goal for Saudi Arabia. So my final predictions for these 5 matches are the Netherlands 2-1 against Sweden, the Netherlands wins. And Japan against Tunisia 2-0, Japan wins. Germany versus Ivory Coast 3-2, Germany wins. Ecuador versus Curaçao 2-0, Ecuador wins. And finally, Spain versus Saudi Arabia. This is the most uncertain one for me, but I'd say it's 2-1, Spain wins. Those are my matchday 2 predictions for the FIFA World Cup 2026. Do you agree with these predictions? Because I'm quite hesitant with the Spain one. Can Ivory Coast shock Germany? Can Saudi Arabia frustrate another giant? And can Sweden pull off an upset against the Netherlands? Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can never miss a future World Cup coverage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.